So two, we are going to look at two parent functions, the first of which is the absolute value function. So here we see our V shape here with a vertex at 0, 0 and slopes of 1 going to the right and -1 if you kind of went to the left. And what we are going to do is look at the second equation and look at it as f of x equals the absolute value of x plus 4. So what kind of a translation does this plus 4 do? Well, if you think about it, if you plugged in -4, right, -4 plus 4 would be 0. So if you plugged in -4, you'd get 0, and that would be the new vertex. So basically, this plus 4 on the inside shifts your entire graph left 4 units. And that would be the new shape, right? -3, comma 1, -3 would give you 1. And all of these points would match this graph. So plus 4 means left 4 if it's inside the absolute value bars. So this one right here, if we go back to the original, right? So now if we're comparing this one right here to the original, so x minus 2 plus 3, the minus 2 would actually shift it right 2, and then the plus 3, when it's on the outside of the bars in this case, or parentheses, or whatever else you may have, that's going to move it up and down. So that's a vertical translation. So that's going to be up 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's essentially going to be your new graph that you have. So what you guys are going to do for part 1 here is figure out the domain range in 0 of this newly transformed graph based on the translations. And for the second part, we're going to look at the square root function. So right here we have the square root of x, right? We got 0, 0, 1, 1, 4, 2, 9, 3. If you kept going, we'd have 16, 4. All of those are perfect square roots and give us good coordinates here. So if we take the square root of x, which is what we have, and we say plus 3, and that plus 3 is on the outside of the radicand, right? So it's not underneath the radical. That's going to do just this one little vertical shift up 3 units, and then all of a sudden we have our graph right there, right? So it shifts the graph up 3 units. And then with this one, right, if we go back to the original, if we said plus 7, and that's under the radical sign, so that's in the radicand, so that's going to be left 7, and then up plus 1.5 on the outside. So we got left 7, and then up 1.5. That's pretty much going to be what our graph is going to look like. And the second part of your challenge in this video is to find the domain range in zeros of this function right here.